moving on, we mentioned the Lakers being terrible. Russell Westbrook was in the news,
Shocker,
but instead of it being about his poor play primarily, it's about his personal life. He was just interviewed talking about how he went to a parent-teacher conference with his son and wife. Good on him. I heard some people saying like most dads don't go to parent-teacher conferences. That was the way it was for me growing up. My dad never went. It was always just my mom. But yeah, so like good on him. He was there, and apparently his teacher said that his son is super proud of his last name and that he tells everybody, I'm Westbrook, I'm Westbrook, I'm Westbrook. So he said that he doesn't like that they call him Westbrick anymore because he realized that it's important to him to have his name and be proud of his name because his son is so proud. But the thing I thought was crazy is apparently his wife, she had a back and forth with Skip Bayless on Twitter. Skip blocked her. And but that
doesn't sound like Skip.
No, I was gonna say what Skip got pushback. He doesn't get to just be told yes by everyone around him, and he didn't like it. Not him. Apparently, she's getting death threats, not just online, but also at the game. So now her son and her do not feel comfortable at the game, which I think is absolutely like just ridiculous in general, online or in person. My one thing was if they're getting death threats at the game, because Russ said he's getting death threats. So Russ has had an issue with fans in the past, basically told if you do it again, he's probably going to face a very long suspension. I believe that was Utah when the Utah fan called him the N-word and it was something. And then, so he can't retaliate. So if somebody causes a death threat, even though it's a death threat, he can't retaliate because of what's happened in the past.
Right.
I want to know why nobody so he's got assistant coaches around him. He's got teammates around him. He's got the announcers next to him. Nobody is saying anything. Like nobody's saying grabbing security. Like this dude's threatening a player.
Right.
Nobody. LeBron's not saying anything. I mean, the guys on the bench aren't saying anything.
I saw a short video about someone was saying that the Lakers getting blown out. Okay, the Lakers getting blown out. They were down like 19 or something. There's nothing but backups in, no name guys, right? I couldn't tell you the player's name. I'm sure the other Lakers like LeBron and AD and Westbrook couldn't tell you his name either. But he's like, they're getting blown out, and this dude's like trying, right? Like the effort around, like this dude is trying to make an impact. You know, you don't get this opportunity often to play in the NBA, so he's trying to make a name for himself, whatever. And the Lakers are all sitting there watching, whatever. And this dude like steals an inbound pass. Their teammate throws a turnover, turns the ball over, and he's back on defense, so it's not an inbound pass. And he jumps up and he like throws his body up to block this shot on a 3-on-1, just this guy, and he blocks it. And like the crowd cheers a little bit, and he like falls down. Nobody helps him up, and the Lakers bench is just kind of sitting there watching. I'm like, this dude just made an amazing effort play, and the Lakers just like, whatever, like we lose.
I would love to watch that clip and look at Vogel, see what his reaction was.
Yeah, it just I saw that clip and I was like, well, this is why there's no chemistry. There's no team.
Right,
here.
And that's what we've heard all year is the teammates have issue with LeBron. They don't know if he wants to get rid of them, that he just has his boys. Then, there was teammates that have issues with Russ because he's not good. That team is just broken. Yeah. It's so much more than just not doing well at basketball. It's just no chemistry. You and I were part of a team in basketball that was very similar in 10th grade.
Yeah, we had no chemistry. It was just the favorites, the 5 starters.
And the starters talked shit about each other in the locker room.
Yeah.
There was one guy who basically took the ball every time he could.
Yeah.
The other guys on the team used to talk behind his back constantly. When the locker room was broken, it doesn't matter. You could have 50 points. LeBron just had a triple-double. Still lost.
Yeah. And we've been a part of a team that's, like the Timberwolves were like 8th grade, like when we played travel, like that team, ton of chemistry. Just we were playing games, we were winning games, we winning tournaments,
and we were winning more games than we probably should have because we got along.
Yeah, each person had their role and stuff, and we had fun.
Well, like Steve Nash, the quote from Steve Nash is the reason he had such a good percentage on free throws is because every time he shot it, he said it's going in. He said, in my head, I always said this one's going in. And I feel like that confidence you get from having teammates that you like is going to have an effect. Anybody who takes a shot knows that his buddy next to him trusts him to take the shot.
Yeah.
Because like everybody knows those guys on the team that when they take a shot and everybody tenses up, like, oh no. Like everybody knows those guys. Everybody on your team, like if everybody on the team expected Russ to make it, he would probably make a few more. Just a mental thing. But everybody has those guys that they put it up.
They're already running back.
You're already, yeah.
It's gonna be a long rebound. They're gonna be on a fast break. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, like if we took a shot, we just get benched, so it doesn't matter.
We only had to take one. Doesn't matter if two steals, 2 assists, miss the shot, get out of there. Get out.
My favorite thing, this tangent thing, is the starters we're down like 16 points. He pulls all the starters. It's 16-0. He puts in the second unit. I score the first 6 points for our team. He takes me out. I never play the rest of the game.
Makes sense.
I was like, I just scored 6 points. What do you mean?
You were that guy on the Lakers that made that 3v1 block. That was you.
The coaches turn around yelling at the starters the whole time. I'm scoring 6 points in a row.
Didn't look once.
Right.
Doesn't matter that you scored because he knows it's not going to play you.